Welcome to number 1 of 25 things I need to know as a kingdom parent or intentional parent in year 2025. Yesterday we reminded ourselves that the goal of a kingdom parent is to raise godly children and not to raise just good children, because I feel like saying this in Yoruba. Ìyàtọ̀. If you don't know what that difference is, you can watch yesterday's video to know the differences we stated. Some of the differences, actually, we just stated a few. So on today's episode, number 1, I would like to remind us that we are God's nanny, not just God's caretaker. I would rather pick that word nanny, and I will tell you why. Why is nanny, will I say superior? Why is nanny more relative, if I will use that word? Why is nanny relative than using the word caretaker? I would like to use the life of Jochebed as an example. Jochebed is the mother of Moses. Jochebed was pregnant for 9 months. She had to strategize on how to keep Moses, despite the fact that they were killing children 2 years and above, throwing them in Nile, blah blah blah, and all that. You know the story. If you really don't know the story, read the book of Exodus. You will understand the story. 1st, 2nd, 3rd chapter. Jochebed was given Moses by God, and she did all she could to protect him for 3 months. And then she took Moses out and said, you know what, I just know that you will survive. And fast forward, Moses was adopted by Pharaoh's daughter. Pharaoh's daughter was looking for a nanny to take care of Moses. Note, Jochebed became Moses' nanny. Jochebed was Moses' mother, and she became Moses' nanny. Even though she took care of Moses, she had to listen to the instructions of Pharaoh's daughter, to nurture him, to the kind of food she was giving him, the kind of school he was attending, and at the end of the day, she had to hand over Moses back to Pharaoh's daughter. And that's what we are going to do at the end of the day. These children are just in our care. You know, when you take your children to daycare, even though if they spend out of 24 hours, like we always say, they spend a whole lot in school, they should spend 10-12 hours. At the end of the day, no matter how friendly the daycare is, no matter how loving the nanny is, we are going to get back our children. The same way, God is counting on you to raise him godly seeds as his nanny, so that at the end of the day, when Jesus returns, or when fast forward to the next 70, 80, 90 years, and that child is going back home, the child will hear, "Welcome, my good and faithful servant." So as nannies, you don't have the right to feed your child with anything. You have to take instructions from the owner of the child. And this goes to the kind of cartoon your child is watching, the kind of school the child is going to attend. Everything about the child must be under the instruction of the owner of the child. Remember the book of Psalm chapter 127 verse 3 down says, "Children are the heritage of the Lord," meaning children are God's possessions. They are God's own, and they are just gifts to us. So as you and I know now, 25 things. Number 1, that we are God's nanny. We should be intentional about taking care of those little ones in a way that God will be pleased with. And I pray that it will help us, it will empower us to nurture those ones in the right way. May God help us in Jesus' name. By the grace of God, we are going to see tomorrow. If Jesus tarries, I will go to 2 things out of 25 I need to know as a kingdom parent or an intentional parent in the year 2025. Bye for now. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.